This video is all about hormones. When it comes to hormones, we usually think of all the bad things that come from hormones, like acne and crazy roller coaster emotions. But hormones are actually helpful and necessary for many of your body processes. Hormones regulate digestion, growth and sexual development, reproduction, and your fight or flight responses. Hormones are chemical messengers your endocrine glands secrete into your bloodstream to communicate with the rest of your body. They can be divided into two groups, target hormones and non-target hormones. Target hormones only affect one part of your body. They have a specific target. Non-target hormones affect multiple parts of the body, not just one. This will make more sense as we dive into endocrine glands and the hormones they release. Let's start with the pancreas. The pancreas is an organ just beneath your stomach. It has a cluster of cells called islets of Langerhans, which produce hormones. There are two types of cells in the islets of Langerhans, alpha and beta. Alpha cells make the hormone glucagon, which increases the levels of glucose in the blood. The beta cells produce insulin, which decreases the levels of blood glucose. This may seem like they are at odds with each other, but they work together to keep the amount of glucose in the blood at a normal range. Both glucagon and insulin affect multiple areas of the body, so they are non-target hormones. Next, your adrenal glands. Your adrenal glands are located on top of your kidneys. They have inner and outer sections called the adrenal medulla and adrenal cortex. The inner part, the adrenal medulla, releases two hormones, adrenaline, which is also known as epinephrine, and noradrenaline or norepinephrine. In stressful situations, the adrenal medulla releases both of these hormones to prepare your body for an emergency. This is also called your fight or flight response. They affect your heart rate, breathing, metabolism, blood vessels, and so on, making these non-target hormones. The outer adrenal cortex releases two types of hormones, glucocorticoids and mineralocorticoids. One specific glucocorticoid hormone released is cortisol. Cortisol helps your body recover from stress by increasing the amount of amino acids or proteins in the blood, which are then converted into glucose. Cortisol is a non-target hormone. A specific mineralocorticoid hormone is aldosterone. Aldosterone affects the kidneys and helps maintain body fluid levels. It increases your body's sodium retention and water reabsorption. As it only affects the kidneys, it is a target hormone. Your thymus gland is beneath the sternum. It produces thymosin, which helps develop your immune system. Thymosin is a non-target hormone. The thyroid gland is in your neck. The thyroid produces thyroxin, which increases the cell's metabolic rate. The thyroid also produces calcitonin, which decreases blood calcium levels. It does this by encouraging calcium to go into the bones, increase the amount of calcium you pee out, and decreasing the amount of calcium that is taken in from food. Both thyroxin and calcitonin are non-target hormones. Embedded in the thyroid gland are the parathyroid glands. The parathyroid glands produce parathormone, or PTH. PTH is a non-target hormone that increases the amount of calcium in your blood. It acts opposite of calcitonin, causing your bones to release calcium and have more calcium absorbed from food and reabsorbed more out of your urine. The last endocrine gland we'll look at is the pituitary. The pituitary is tiny and attached to the hypothalamus part of the brain. It is split into anterior and posterior parts. The posterior pituitary, or the back section, releases two hormones, oxytocin and antidiuretic hormone, or ADH. Oxytocin causes the uterus to contract during childbirth. ADH increases water reabsorption by the kidneys, meaning you pee less out to conserve the amount of fluid in your body. Both are target hormones targeting the uterus and the kidneys. The anterior pituitary has a bit more going on. We'll look at 6 hormones produced here. Flat pig is a good mnemonic to remember them all. Follicle stimulating hormone, or FSH, grows and develops eggs in a female and develops sperm in a male. It is a target hormone targeting the ovary or testicles. Luteinizing hormones, or LH, also have different jobs in the males and females. LH causes ovulation in females and the release of testosterone in males, targeting again the ovary and testicles. Adrenocorticotropic hormone, or ACTH, stimulates your adrenal cortex to release cortisol. It is also a target hormone affecting the adrenal cortex. Thyroid stimulating hormone, or TSH, stimulates your thyroid gland to release its hormones, thyroxin and calcitonin. Again, a target hormone targeting the thyroid gland. Prolactin stimulates milk production in females, targeting the breast tissue. I of flat pig is just there to make the word pig. So lastly, growth hormone, or GH, stimulates your general growth, especially skeletal growth. It is affecting multiple areas, so therefore a non-target hormone. That was a lot of hormones in a fairly short amount of time. Feel free to rewatch this video and keep an eye out for future videos discussing how these hormones turn on and off when needed, as well as the disorders that happen when there's too much or too little hormones in your body.